I know you've only been thinking about Shabbat, but who's been watching the Olympics? If there were Olympic Shabbos singing, gold medal, gold medal, gold medal. If only I could bestow such an honor. I know we've all been watching the Olympics. I know this because I've been watching a lot of the Olympics. Who watched Claire Weinstein? You might know, you might not know. Claire Weinstein has been listed in all of the lists of all the Jewish athletes you should be watching. And in that list, if you read closely, it tells you she had her bat mitzvah. She became bat mitzvah here at Congregation Kol Ami in White Plains. Yeah, some of us didn't know that. This is exciting. And I found out just now, because you all are here to inform me, I missed this, but she broke her own record today. She helped to win silver in the relay swimming today. And apparently, in the 200 meter, she is the fourth fastest American woman ever. She's only 17 years old. So lots of room to grow and lots of excitement. I'm a gymnastics lover. I've been following the gymnastics. And I'm not just talking about the Olympics because there are Jewish athletes and one of them happened to grow up here, although that's really fun. I'm also talking about it because did you know that the Olympics began as a religious ritual? You may not have. So what we know as the modern Olympics, 1896, the International Olympic Committee, and they've had variations and new things have come up, and eventually we came up with the winter and the summer. But in ancient Greece, the Olympic Games began in the 8th century BCE, or as we like to say, a really long time ago. And there are a lot of legends and myths surrounding the Olympic Games in their origin. Most things from that long ago have a lot of myth and legend surrounding them. We know that the Olympics were originally not just sporting, it was religious. The sporting competitions were the human attempt to be as close to the gods as possible, to be God-like. There were ritual sacrifices in between games to Zeus. Supposedly, the Greek told everyone that during the Olympic Games, there would be a cessation of war and conflict, and everybody would do the games together. I've heard that's a myth. The Greek told people that. They didn't do that. And winners, instead of medals, received olive branch wreaths from the olive trees of Zeus. But this is the pinnacle of human achievement at the time, and it's still how we celebrate the Olympics today, minus the ritual sacrifices. We do Judaism today, minus the ritual sacrifices. So, Olympics, what do we learn from them, right? We learn something from everything. So here are my 4 lessons from the Olympics that I've taken so far, and they're not over, so I might come up with more. The first one is that this year has been really heavy. In so many ways, our hearts have been heavy throughout this past year, and it is so good to have something purely fun to watch on TV. And joy is not only okay, joy is required. Joy is a required part of our human experience, and it's not our fault if we've had trouble accessing some of that joy in the past year. But if the Olympics help you access it, watch as much as you need. It's also an opportunity to come together. For 16 days, people around the world are watching the Olympics to support their teams. So 1, joy. 2, coming together as a worldwide community around one shared moment. 3, that pride. Pride. It's good to feel pride in the USA team. I also am feeling pride in the Israelis. The United States so far, when I did this, which was at about 4 o'clock, so I think these medal counts should still be correct. So far, the United States has won 42 medals, and Israel has won 3 medals, all in judo, or now it's being called judoku. Same thing. It's really cool to cheer for people we've never met. Well, some of us may actually have met one of the Olympians. But in general, to cheer for people that we've never met and to watch what is still the pinnacle of human strength, something that I look at and say, I could never do any of those things. But 4 is my favorite. And 4 is that I believe that the Olympics teach us a deeper way to understand what it means to be a team. Many of us here have probably been on a team sport, Temple board is a team, right, working together towards a common goal. Maybe you're on a team at work or a team at school. I was thinking about this when I was watching the USA men's gymnastics team. The men's gymnastics team won bronze. It's the first time since 2008 that the USA men's gymnastics team has won a medal in the Olympics. And I was thinking about what makes them special. Why this team of people? And this team is made up of 5 young men: Brody Malone, Frederick Richard, Asher Hong, Paul Judah, and Stephen Nedorosik. And a lot of them competed in a lot of events during gymnastics, except for Stephen. Stephen does one event. Stephen is the team's pommel horse specialist. And they showed scenes of him while the other guys were doing their events, and he is focused, and he's meditative. And when somebody does something well, he smiles, and he congratulates them, and he goes back. And when it's his turn, he's the last person to go on the last event. Can you imagine waiting through all of that for your turn to go? And he takes off his glasses. You would think he puts them on. He takes them off. And he closes his eyes. He does it all by feel. It's incredible. If you did not see him on the pommel horse, you should go back and watch it. But what is so special about this? In addition to the team doing what we know teams do, they support one another. They hold one another up when they fall. They cheer one another on. And they're focused on a goal. But what I really learned this year from them is that individual strengths can add up to a medal-worthy group performance. It's not just about the teamwork. It's about the individual strengths that each of them bring to the team. Interestingly, same concept we find in Jewish tradition each time we finish a book of Torah, which we're going to do tomorrow morning. We'll finish the book of Numbers and begin Deuteronomy next week. And after reading the last verse of a book of Torah, we say the phrase, Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. Be strong, and we will be strengthened. It's not just a reminder that through continued connection to our tradition, we find strength and we become stronger. The phrasing is so important. It's as if we could point to each person in this room and say, Chazak, 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 V'nit Chazek. Individually, be strong. You be strong. You be strong. And together we will be made stronger. As we finish this book of Numbers, the Israelites are on the precipice of entering the Promised Land. Don't get too excited. They will be on the precipice of entering the Promised Land for quite a long time. And we here at Kol Ami are wrapping up our summer. It's August. Can you believe it? The summer is closing in. I am getting some dirty looks from the children. There's so much summer left. But we're looking forward to all that the fall has to offer. We're looking forward to religious school and connecting with adult learning and the high holy days together and so much more. So as we stand on the precipice, as we get our final summer happenings in, we say together. So repeat after me. Chazak. Chazak. V'nit chazek. Be strong, and we will strengthen one another. Shabbat shalom.